let's wrap up here like we do every week, folks. We have NHL hot takes and really anything hot takes depending on the week. But this week, it's primarily hockey. Keyboard Warriors brought to you by our friends at Barrel Theory Beer Company. Tonight, Wednesday, if you're listening as we drop, they have the first bingo of 2025. That's right. Get out there. They will have Nordic dogs out there as always for a food offering. There's going to be some big prizes offered. And of course, good discounts on beer if you're playing. And for those of you that might also be into the hoops, along with the hockey, they've been doing a lot of fun things with the Timberwolves as well. But you all know, just down the road from the X, great pregame, postgame spot. And of course, at the X, the best offering with their Crowler of the Day at Section 105, plus raindrops all over the stadium, all levels. Please go out, support our awesome friends at Barrel Theory. Joe, we got a couple here today, a couple you hinted at already in what we've talked about. And the first one, it's not as fun anymore, but it is cool to point out when someone's hot take ends up being correct. And we've got a great one here from Cam Robinson, who, speaking with Chris Peters early in the tournament, his hot take was Canada could definitely lose to a team like Latvia, could get knocked out by a team like Czechia, and not make it past the quarterfinals for a plethora of roster issues like we talked about. I don't know that we need to spend a ton of time on this one because obviously we've seen what happened. It came to fruition, but good to give like the proper hat tip to the people that actually get their hot takes correct, unlike a lot of the ones that I throw out.
No, absolutely. Like, again, like I think considering what happened previous year, it wouldn't have been a shock for Canada to lose. I know we had a lot of people in my company, The Athletic, picked Canada to win. I picked USA, and like, you know, not because I'm from USA, I just thought that they had the vibe going from last year and the team coming back. But yeah, I think anytime you can pick a favorite to lose, and when they lose, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so the next hot take is going to come off of that. And so hear me out, jokes. This is going to sound outlandish and crazy, but Canada's obviously at a crossroads. 2 straight years where they did not advance past the quarters. They did it on home ice this year with a lot of scrutiny from fans and outside voices with the roster that was selected. Imagine a world where they build an academy of sorts, a grassroots program nationwide that really is the funnel for all future national teams, right? And I don't know. It's an unprecedented idea. Team USA has done just that. What if we had a CANTDP? I'm saying in the next 5 years, they come up with something of that sort. I've got a lot of caveats to go with it, of course, but do they have to almost play piggyback off of the Americans after they see them go back to back and kind of have slowly seen Team USA take over the junior competition?
Yeah, I don't know if they have to. I don't think Canadians are. I think they're pretty proud people, and they feel like they've owned hockey for such a long time that I just don't think they're going to do that. But it's not for a lack of talent that Canada is losing, sure. And I don't think, like you mentioned, having those academies and having those programs. I think Matthew Wood said in our interview, it's kind of a genius thing.
That was my key point for sure.
You know, like it's kind of a genius thing to just have these guys play together and see how it works. So there's another way to do it without having a national quote unquote program that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw it with USA Basketball, and they wanted to get the Redeem team out, so they got them together longer for years together in these camps and like these workouts. So they had that chemistry to do it, and then they got the right guys for it. So I don't think they need to have a Canadian National Development Program. I think they would feel like they do. It's more so on, obviously finding other ways to get them together more, and also just in your picking the team, find the right fits that aren't necessarily the most talented players, and just visualizing your roster in that way. And so, but yeah, I mean, I love what USA does with the program, and a lot of guys that have been through it, from Favors and all, Luke Cooley, have sworn about it. But I don't think Canada's gonna copy the USA right off the bat.
No, that's fair. The thing for me is I feel like for Canada to make it work, they almost have to go like 1 or 2 years earlier, right? Like it's almost an idea of replacing the exceptional status, right? Like take those really good 16 or 15-year-olds if they want to go younger, whatever. But have that almost be the feeder into, the CHL, into college, into pro. Like now with the shifting landscape, and maybe it's something that revives the BCHL. Maybe they play against the BCHL for their regular schedule, just like the US NTDP does with the USHL. Again, it's a hot take for a reason. I don't know that I see it happening for sure, but you got to think there's going to be some aggressive adjustments made. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll wait and see. I don't know. I'll probably be wrong at the end of this, but the last one I have here, Joe, I'm going to bait it out there and see if you can come up with the team first off. But David Carle, brilliant man, went on Spittin' Chicklets and basically baited out there. Like, yeah, I'm real comfortable where I'm at. Why would I leave? I don't need to go anywhere. Guy's going to get paid. He's going to get money. He's going to go to the NHL. Now, do I think it's necessarily right after this year? It's maybe a stretch, but I'm going to say you got 2 World Junior Golds. You've got 2 national championships in the past 3 years. And, oh, wait, he could be in the Frozen Four again this year. There's no better time to cash in. And, again, I'm with you. If I'm him, I'm going to stay there forever and just ride out comfort in Denver. But my hot take is that David Carle is the highest paid NHL coach next year. Who do you think the team is that does it? I got very specific picked out for very specific reasons.
I know, like the Devils and the Blues talked to him. I think it was last year, or interviewed him at least.
Well, the Blues are out.
Was that?
The Blues are out now.
Yeah. The only ones I could think of that you would say that would make them the highest paid coach would be a team like the Rangers.
That's it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Not that I think that's going to happen, but if you're
think
saying
about it, Joe, think about it. Like the Rangers, drastically underachieving team. Drury has to do something drastic to save his job because he's on the chopping block at this point. Yeah. And what has historically been the biggest blunder of the Rangers, at least from my perspective, maybe it's not from yours, it's that they can't work with young talent. They don't develop young players well. They really are just mercenaries that bring in people that want to come play in New York, and they bring in good players like Panarin, like Zibanejad, whatever. Outside of Fox, like the young players that have come in, it's been more of a battle, especially with the young forwards of skill. Like they traded off Capo Caco. They're already seeing like a bad regression with why am I spacing on his name? Shoot. Their first overall pick.
Lafreniere or Caco.
There we go. That's the one. And for me, it's just, this is a guy who has been said to understand, relate, get the best out of these young players. You've seen it. An example, Team USA and Denver. New York, it is a big hub. Like it is the biggest media hub in the US. If there's a team that can pay him that kind of money, which again, that doesn't impact salary cap, so who cares? If it's a place that might allure him with the bright lights and they can give him enough money to be like, yeah, I'll roll the dice and come do this. And hey, if it doesn't work out, I'll go back and find another college program. Sweet. I could just see the Rangers and Drury in desperation making David Carle the highest paid NHL coach. Because that's the only way you're going to get him out of there.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be, and I think it's not just the money thing for him. I think it's like
for sure
find the right fit with management, and like he runs the program in Denver, right? Like to go somewhere where you're going to get meddling, and I think Dolan's an owner that meddles, right?
Yeah, true. That's fair.
And if you were a rising young NHL coach, which I know that you are, like what, you look at the drama that's been going on in New York and the issues that they've had there. Gerard Gallant didn't work, and Laviolette didn't work. Like at some
Do you
point,
look at the plus side though of like, hey, what if I'm the one that fixes it?
well, yeah, like I think anybody who would love to be the Leafs coach that won the cup, right?
Right.
Like anybody would be like, oh, I love to coach this original 6 team to a Stanley Cup. Like I think there's an allure to that, and so I'm not saying it's a never going to happen thing.
Oh, no, for sure.
I think if you're saying a team that can make a serious run that would go above and beyond, and it wouldn't be a rebuilding team, it wouldn't be a team that you have to take over and do a 10-year plan. Obviously, I think he'd want to go to a team that have a chance to win, right? He doesn't want to go to a team and like, okay, I want to build this program up again from scratch, and let's go.
He went to Chicago, I would be miserable.
Yeah, again, he's in the driver's seat. He'll have the pick of what he wants to do, but yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if he stays in Denver, and decides he wants to be this generation's version of the Red Barons and Ron Mason or whatever you want to call it, right? That runs the best college program forever, is in the Hall of Fame, and that stuff. Coaches make more money now than they ever did, so
yeah,
I don't think that'll be a problem for him. But hey, it's a not bad place to be. Everyone loves a winner, right? So
that's right. And hey, it's either that or Denver's going to have to pony up a lot more than what they're giving him now. And either way, David Carle is in a great spot. So good for him. But again, thank you as always. Barrel Theory, again, please go out and support them, whether it's at XL Energy Center or at their tap room. Just 10, 15 minutes down the road on East 7th. Thank you, Barrel Theory.